going to have wait for a couple of people to join in here.
Okay.
All right, all right. You'll know my name is Ernest. I'm one of the team members at TheProfitRoom.com. This would be great if you guys could share it. We like to do these videos sometimes. Here it's called like our student success series. What we do here at the Profit Room, we like to encourage people in order to learn how to trade and invest in the different financial markets. So no matter what market that you're trading, it could be stocks, options, futures, forex. It doesn't even matter if it has a chart. We teach people how to trade it. So a lot of people, when they hear about stock market trading and investing, they want to see who's really behind it. Our whole goal is for people to actually talk to each other, reach out to our students, actually, how can I also put it? Actually, just find out about what you're actually going to invest in. It's very, very important that you actually do that. Very, very important that you actually do that. So this is one of our ways of showing people what we do at the Profit Room by allowing our students to speak for themselves. Is very, very important that we do that. And I think you'll find a little bit of yourself in different people. And it is very, very important because we all have different backgrounds. We all think differently. We all react differently. And when you can see yourself in somebody else or there's a certain situation, it may help you going on your trading journey. Like this is how I feel about trading. I might have been nervous about this. I might have been nervous about that. So hope you guys enjoy this. And, we look forward to interviewing Antonio. Antonio, tell everybody a little bit about yourself, who you are, just some things so they get to know a little bit about your background.
Sure, I appreciate it, Ernest. Shout out to you and Latoya too for even doing this. You guys are amazing. But I'm Antonio McCarver, veteran of the United States Marine Corps. Father of four daughters, got 3 in college, and just decided that corporate America is good and the money's good, and I have a long-term strategy in place with them, but I was just looking for something different, man, and ended up knowing that trading was something I was interested in. So I spent some time doing some research, and I stumbled across the Profit Room and one of your students, Latrice Coleman, and I saw her testimonial. So like you were saying, when you get the students to talk about, their experiences, it does help because I was on the fence. There's so many other programs out there, and, so I didn't know what to do or where to go. And I couldn't really, I didn't want to trust asking the people that were selling it because of course they want to sell it. So I reached out to Miss Coleman, and I just asked her if she didn't mind if I asked her a few questions. And, those questions were simple to me, but they meant everything. And that was, if she had to do it all over again, would she choose you guys again? What did she like about it? What did she hate about it? And all of her answers was just, just spot on with she would do it again if she had to. There was nothing she would change about it, and she loved it. And then she ended it with, I made my money back in a week. You can do this. Just do it. And I pondered on it and pondered on it. And I was like, all right, I'm going to see. Hey, if I'm out the money, I'm out the money, but I'm going to see. And that was about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, cool. So that's great, because I know people learn at different stages and people learn at different type of ways, and we always say the best thing we can do is show you how to do it systematically and structure wise.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you, before trading with the Profit Room, what type of experience did you have trading or investing in general?
Yeah, I had experience on the investing side. You know, when I joined the military, one of my sergeants pulled me to the side and was like, "Listen, young buck, you know, you need to invest your money." And at this time, this was in the early '90s. I ain't know nothing about investing. I come from the hood. I'm from Detroit, and you know, we ain't had no money. That's why I'm in the military. And so he was like, "Get you a mutual fund." I didn't know what a mutual fund was, and he mentioned Franklin Templeton. He mentioned the Magellan Fund. So when I looked it up, and this was back when you had to get the actual Wall Street Journal, the actual newspaper. And when I saw that it was 2,500 to get in, I was like, "Yo, this dude bugging. I'm not doing that." uh, but you know, that was like 1994. I didn't start investing until 1999 when I got out the military and got, you know, got a good job and was making some money and first found out what a 401k was and all of that stuff. So I've been doing the long-term investing for a while. I'm brand new to trading. I mean, and this, I, I can't even explain how much of a difference it is in the mindset of a long-term, you know, growth strategy and trading. So I didn't even know that this world existed until, you know, recently.
Okay. And I think that's what a lot of people get with the apprehension of trying to come into the trading arena. Like, first of all, like, I like the fact that you did your research, and I find that when people do that, you have a higher chance of making an educated decision on what you plan on investing in. Then once you actually do that, right? When you start taking the program, you know that you're going to be systematic in learning because you made an educated decision before you purchase.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that mindset of a lot of people because it shows them, hey, I can really, really learn because of the decision making. And when I hear that, and like I know you mentioned that before, because we'll talk about the private mentorship. You mentioned something about that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So you're taking the private mentorship options course, because we do have group courses as well.
Mm-hmm.
He's a private mentorship program. Tell everyone a little bit about the program, how it's made up, and how you're benefiting so far of the structure of how we put it together.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, it's dope. It's real dope the way that y'all do it. I didn't know at first that all of the I wouldn't get access to all of the training material and all of that stuff up front. I'm thinking that, okay, you know, once you get started, everything's just going to be given to you and you work through it. But no, you guys have a very structured approach. Now, I looked at other programs before I found you guys, and no one had a structured approach. It was really, you know, the stuff that I've seen, it was people giving you a strategy that they use, but, you know, they don't teach you how to fish. They try to, you know, just give you a fish. And I was like, I'm not sure about that. But when I found you guys in the private mentorship, you guys actually have a roadmap, you know, and it's systematic. So, you know, when I first started, it was okay. You watch these modules, understand it, comprehend it, and then there's homework. So I was like, wait a minute, hold up. How are they gonna give me some homework on, you know, what they talking about homework? And then if you know, it reinforces what you're learning, but they don't just give you the next set of stuff. Like you just don't turn something in and then they're like, okay, well, here's the next videos. No, they actually took the time to look at my, you know, did I pick a uptrend right? Did I pick this flag right? Did I pick a downtrend right? Was I right with these, you know, with these commodities that I was, or these stocks that I was looking at that I said was bullish? Were they really bullish? Were they really bearish? You know, all of this stuff. And you can't move on until you actually show that you're proficient in the material, which I absolutely loved. But even that aside, you guys have one thing that has been sticking out in my head that I have not seen anywhere else. I tell all my people that be asking me about it, and that's you guys go deep. I mean, the material goes deep. Uh, Again, some people teach you, I mean, some people give you a fish. You guys are teaching us how to fish. And what I mean by that, the technical analysis. I knew what it was. I heard about it. You know, you can Google it, you can watch YouTube videos, but when you guys teach you how to read a chart, how to read candlesticks, to know what a reversal sign is looking like, it doesn't, and you get all of that, you're actually teaching people how to make money in any situation. And I love that part of it.
Now, and that's cool because a lot of people we get, like you saying, because we get experienced traders and say, yeah, I know candlesticks, I know technicals. Can I just jump in your course and I want to fast track it to learning how to trade options or something like that? And I'm like, it's no disrespect, but in order for me to see you have the success that I want, you have to start from scratch
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know how you have been trained. You know, I don't know what you're taught to see and what
Mm-hmm.
you're taught to do. And 9 times out of 10, they say, oh man, I never looked at it this way. Or I never looked at trading this way. And they're
Right.
not saying that our stuff is far and beyond anybody else's content. It's just that, like we said before, when we're doing structure, you know what's actually working. It's just like if I'm going to condition you as a trader, I have to start, you got to be willing to let yourself go in order for me to train you to where you need you to be. And I find that when people allow us to do that, first of all, you're humbling yourself as an
Mm-hmm.
individual because the market is going to humble you either way, right? And then now you're seeing where you could possibly have made mistakes or see where you're going in the future and in order to avoid those mistakes. You know,
Yeah.
and I think that's very important with trading because that helps bring confidence up and things of that nature. So far with the trading, what success have you seen already? Because you are a confident gentleman, you've been investing before. What have you been doing so far? And I know, like Latrice mentioned, that you would make your money back in the course. Tell
Uh-huh.
some people about that so far.
Yeah, so you know, first of all, you're 1,000% right, man. My ego got in the way at first, and I was like, man, I don't want to go through this basic stuff. But I had to really check my ego and be like, wait a minute, but I don't know this. They know it. You guys are posting your profits every day. Your students are posting it. So I was like, okay, let me just calm down and go through this with the open mind. I got the course July 23rd, started going working through the modules. I did not make my first trade at all. And I probably shouldn't have done it, but I was tired of seeing everybody else making money. So I jumped in there and I just trusted what I was learning. On August the 12th, I made my first trade and I made like $54. And then I had I got into an Apple call and made like $680. I was like, oh, wait a minute now. Okay, that's legit. So then I started really hunkering down, saying, wait a minute, let me tighten up some other areas. And the next week, which was last week, that's when I had my biggest success. I had a call on Apple and Microsoft, and by the time by lunchtime, I was already up, you know, $1,500, and I was like, bingo, let me close this out because I just made my money back from the course, so now it's like, you know,
Yeah.
I'm all the way good. Uh, I did something so stupid today that cost me, went totally against everything that you guys in the Profit Room stand for, and it hurt me a little bit. But even after all of that today, I'm still up $3,200 from August 12th when I started trading to today. So, you know, I can't even be mad about it.
Correct. Because the thing is, as a trader, you're going to make mistakes. And at the same time, you know, the market's going to humble you. That's
Mm-hmm.
understood. But the key behind it, you were placing those trades based off of what?
Technicals.
Gotcha.
Except for today, I'm gonna keep it a band with you. This morning, I was emotional. You know, I saw something and overnight, you know, after hours trading, I was like, oh yeah, when the market opened, I'm gonna do this. I hadn't reviewed the charts. I hadn't looked at, you know, my trading plan. I hadn't done none of that. And by by 9:45, I was getting my teeth kicked in. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I made a mistake. But all of my success came down to the technicals, to actually trusting. And in a lot of the videos you say, your eyes will start to recognize it. You will see. You'll look at a chart and your eyes will see. Before you even start doing your trend lines and stuff, or looking at your support and resistance, your eyes will see. And I was doing that and got overconfident, over cocky, got emotional, and I took a small loss at first, but I bounced back, and you know, the technicals is what saved me. The technicals is what saved me and kept me in my right mind. I will
Yeah.
never make that mistake again.
Yeah. Because what happens is, especially trading, like you said, that's that edge, and we all have it, because it's like the only person you can control is yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The market's always out there to win. So that's why when people say, is it easy to trade? Is it easy to trade? No, it's not easy to trade. So when you pull money out of the market, that's a success, because it's you versus the market.
Right.
There's nobody next to you on the left or the right to tell you to stay in that trade and tell you to get out. And that's why you see people all the time asking for advice and things like that, because when people ask for advice, it's easy to point the finger,
Mm-hmm.
because they can't accept the loss. Say, hey, I took that trade. Oh, why? Yeah, I didn't think it was a good trade, but I asked so and so, and they told me it was good. That's why I lost. No, you the reason why you lost. You get what I'm
Facts.
saying? You the
Facts.
reason why you lost. So that's why it's better. So I always push this. I said you got to trade what you see and not what you think,
Yeah.
because it's like, even though you have the trader's edge and you may have an instinct, but if you see that train, like today, looking at the market, I like to short a lot and things of that nature. I was like, the market can't keep going up higher. It can't keep going up higher. I'm talking to Toya 15 minutes later. I said, the market can't keep going up higher. I'm telling myself that. But what do I see? It's
Right.
going up. I'm like, this don't make any sense. I'm waiting for a reversal. I don't take the, but I'm just like, I can't go against what I actually see happening,
Right.
like that. And that's what happens, because you're so used to certain things happening as a trader. Like, you got patterns and setups and things of that nature. But just because you used to seeing it happening doesn't mean it's going to always happen.
Right. Right.
And that's where you got to check yourself out. And one thing too, like even by yourself, it's a little trader secret to people. If I'm trading by myself, I talk to myself out loud. Like, I talk about the trade setup. You know what I'm saying? Oh, boom, I see this. Okay, boom. I'm gonna get in here. All right, I'm looking for, all right, this is my take prop. Because now at least you're speaking out loud and not just thinking.
Yeah.
Because you're repeating what you actually seeing. And you're not letting that subconscious tell you something different.
Yeah.
That's a little trader secret, but like, just talk to yourself, man. Talk yourself through the whole trade, because it's just you. You know what I mean? And you want to make sure you getting it to that particular point. But no, that's cool, man. I appreciate that, and I know you're still going throughout the course, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot more to learn. So, what would you tell people who are interested in learning or how to trade, things of that nature? Is it something that can be very difficult? Some people are apprehensive of a lot of things, or just in general, from just your experience, coming from Detroit, military man, doing what you got to do, profession. How, like, just the how who's it made for? Is it difficult? Do you have to have a certain level of education, things of that nature,
Yeah.
or just in general? What would you like to leave and let everybody know?
Yeah. You know, first of all, man, you have to learn how to be disciplined. If you're not going to be disciplined, you could get lucky out there. Anybody that throws a stick in the water with some string and a hook on it will eventually catch a fish. But that don't mean you necessarily know how to fish. You got to learn, you know, the patterns. You got to learn what it takes, and it takes some guts. It takes some heart. It takes some confidence. Uh, you know, you have to trust, like you said, you have to trust what you see. You have to trust, you know, what you researched. You have to trust those technicals. You have to trust that. And for me, the only way that you can trust that is you got to have discipline. Anyone can do this if they want to. Like you said, you know, we're in this by ourselves. There's nobody. I don't have a boss coming in my office telling me, "Hey, you need to do this. You need to do this." I don't have Bobby Axelrod standing over me telling me
Exactly.
that I need to, you know, make something happen. It's just me and my desire. And you know, I'm a father of 4 daughters. 3 of them are in college. And you know, I've been in corporate America for a while, but I want to live the life, and I want my family to live the life of freedom. And so I think if anybody is tired of the life that you have, and I'm not saying it has to be a bad life at all, but if you want freedom, I see you and Latoya, you guys are finished mad early every day. You go work out, and then Latoya's doing something else, and it's like, I'm still at work. So it's like, you
Yeah.
know, if you want that type of freedom, invest in yourself. It's not going to be easy, but it's not hard either. And it's not hard because you guys have created a plan that's doable. You know, the videos aren't, you know, overly long and drawn out and boring. You guys get to the point and you make it so simple and easy to understand. You know, I'm mid 40s. Had open heart surgery last year, so my memory isn't like it used to be. I'm not as sharp as I used to be, but I'm having success with it, you know. And the only time I didn't have some success, and I still had success, was when I didn't do what y'all taught me to do. And you know, I can't. That ain't nobody's fault but my own. So if anybody that's thinking about doing it, you'll make your money back. I can't promise you that you're gonna make it back you know, in the time period that Latrice made hers back, or in 2 weeks that I made mine back. But I guarantee you, you know, and I don't issue guarantees, but I guarantee you, if you follow the program, if you put in the work, you ask the questions, you reach out. I'm sure that Kevin gets tired of me emailing him. I email this dude all times of the night. But
Yeah.
if you put in the work and you really want it, it's gonna happen. This isn't rocket science. You know, we're not Elon sending rockets to to outer space and back. It's so much more simple than that. If you make it simple, but you can make it hard. You can make it hard by not listening. You can make it hard by not learning. You can make it hard by not trusting. You can make it hard by not being disciplined. And you know, but if you're out there and you're thinking about it, do it. Like you have nothing to lose, nothing at all to lose. It's a short-term investment for a lifelong ability to be able to feed your family for the rest of your life.
Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Special shout out to you and also Latrice, man, because it is great when you hear from individuals, you know, and that's been our whole goal here at the Profit Room, is to show people how to trade and invest and be independent, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and the whole purpose of what we have is more the freedom. Like you said, some people could be making $100 a day. Some people could make $500 a week. That may be sufficient for them
Right.
for their little individual freedom. Like I always tell, like I talk to Latoya all the time, everybody has a different demographic. You could be a single young man or a single woman and your bills are $700 a month, living
Mm-hmm.
somewhere, anywhere, you know what I mean? And you probably could do that in 3 days or whatever, right?
Right.
You can be considered rich because you don't have no other bills and you got
Right.
the freedom to do what you want. But then you might be another person that have a whole lot of responsibilities and need much more money, right? And so you can scale up to that ability. So it's not about the money per se. It's about the time, the consistency, and what you can do with that extra time, that
Absolutely.
freedom with that, you know, because as you see, there is a way that you can pull money out of the market in a safe way. And like you notice, like it gets to the point where, like when I was having a conversation with Latrice, like her whole thing, oh, I just wanted like $300. Like she messaged me, yeah, three. I said, that's doable. Just stick with it. I said, don't overchange your goal. Then she told me I made 2,500 today. I'm like, how you go from that? I made 800. And I said, but it's the mindset.
Yeah.
When you keep it small like that, you'll be surprised what you'll actually get. You know, and that's how we look when we tell our students. It's like, listen, you may hear about people and other people, oh, they made thousands, they made this, that's good. That's fine. Everybody's different. But just focus on your risk management, focus on your structure. The same thing with even like Cheryl or other students, a lot of students. I just wanted to make 2,000. I made 8 grand this week. And I said, see, but you're humbling yourself and you're sticking to a pattern and a plan, and before you know it, you're going to get more than what you actually look for, because you didn't allow, like, oh, when I talk about the emotions, you didn't allow that to take over you.
Right.
You
Right. And that's a fact, you know, because I came into this saying, you know, I just want to make $500 a day. So, you know, my first trade, I made 54, and I said, okay, I just need 446 more. I mean, yeah, $446 more dollars. But when the very next trade got me 680, I took a step back and said, whoa. And I shut it down. I didn't look at the market no more for the rest of the day. I said, yo, I'm up. But last week, when I reached out to you guys just to say thank you, you know, before lunch, and I'm already up almost. At the time I took that screenshot, it was like, that was 1,200, but I actually finished for the day with 1,500. I said, wait a minute, I just made, my goal is 500 a day. And I just did 3 times that in one day. And then even with the loss I took today, I still met my goal today. And I was like, man, yo, this is crazy. Like, me and one of my brothers was talking. I was like, yo, I don't really, somebody gonna come knock on the door and take us out of here, because like, what's going on? This can't be real. Like, this cannot be real. You know, one of my best friends, he's trading, and this dude, he's off the planet. He's somewhere else now. Like, he's literally on another planet with what he's doing. This can't be real, but it's real. Like, I don't even know what to tell you. It's real. It's crazy. It's real.
Yeah. Well, man, just stick with it.
Yeah.
Keep risk management as a priority. And like I was telling like Latrice and other people, man, you make that goal. Sometimes you just have to step away a little bit, you know, then come back. You know, what I learned in the beginning, trading is exciting, is new, and you don't even have to trade every day. You know what I mean? This is once you start getting those big wins, sometimes it's good just to take a day off. I don't know, before I used to only trade like maybe 2-3 days a week. When you start hitting it hard like that, so you can keep that confidence, keep that consistency that you're doing. And, you know, like you said, you're still in the program, so we still got a lot more to even discuss and go over, period. But Antonio, thanks for your time. You know, we appreciate everything that you are doing. And I would like to say, everybody, thank you guys for watching. You know, please like, subscribe, follow us all on social media, The Profit Room. Like we mentioned before, we are an education company. We want to help and build people up so they can be independent professional traders. Like Antonio says, and many of our other students, our whole goal is that we're here to assist you, but we want to give you the knowledge to be able to make the decisions on your own. Share it with your family, be able to create generational wealth, and be able not to be afraid of the market, be a market participant with us. Like we like to say, take care, guys. Trade safe. All right, Antonio, talk to you soon, man.
Appreciate you. Thanks.
All right.
Take care, Ernest. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.